And we're back, everybody. How we doing? Shall we just kind of get right into this? Oh, yes, feeling good, feeling fine. Second half of the stream. Here we go, everybody. Yes. All right. Now, I gave you the tease. I gave you the little warm up. Gave you the little Bloomin' Scorch. I haven't seen this hero be played. A lot of people have been trying. I even tried, and I couldn't really get him to work. I went way too heavy on the gimmick, and I feel like this deck that I'm about to show you in just a second might be okay. But first, once again, for all of you tuning in, this is my email for my brand new Lightseekers website that I am putting together for people to collaborate deck lists, promote anything they want on there. If you have a classic deck list that you are building, that you're having fun with, that you think is pretty competitive, that you would just like to share in general, please send me that deck list to this email right there. Send it with your gamer tag, your like my Razor Greshu, not your like actual number gamer tag. Send it with a brief description of what the deck premise is, anything you want to tell me about the deck. Please send it there, and I will get it on my website for people to share, people to view, people to build, people to play with, all that fun stuff, because this is a community-based website. Anything helps. The more decks I have on it, obviously, the better the website will do. So please, help me to help you. Help me share these deck lists with everybody so that everyone can help everybody. I know I'm going to post almost all my deck lists on here. I have a gregarious amount of decks. Just so many to go through that I'm going to post on there. A lot of them are which classic format. So, hey, I promise not to troll and send my starter decks. Dude. I mean, I'm gonna screen them. I'm gonna look at them and whatnot. But hey, man, you send me what you want to send me. James Riev, you've been here. You've been enjoying the show. What more could I really ask for? But yes, please support that website. It's going up within a week or two. Hopefully, in a week, I got like all the layouts done and everything like that. I just got to put the deck lists onto the site, and I think that's what's going to be the most time-consuming thing. But I'm going to try and get it out so it's just like, hey, pop a template in, copy, paste the deck list, go, new one, next one. So, please be on the lookout for that. It'll be in a week or two. Go to my YouTube channel, pretty please. I'm not begging, I'm asking very kindly with, like, pigtails, like a 5-year-old girl selling Girl Scout cookies. Please visit my YouTube channel, subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me there. A lot of great content is going to come out. I've got lists upon lists of things that I want to film, promote, do on that channel as well. Also, if you have not followed me on YouTube, please do, because come at the end of this month, I'm going to move my Twitch stream to a subscribers-only viewing type of thing. Like, you can still view it live. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if you want to view the videos afterwards on Twitch, those are going to be for subscribers only. Otherwise, within 24 hours, I'm going to block it out so it's all on YouTube. You're not missing any content if you don't subscribe. It's just if you want to watch it on Twitch or if you want to watch it right away after I'm done streaming, you got to subscribe to me on Twitch. Otherwise, you got to wait like 24 hours for it to go to YouTube. It is a gamble for me, I know, but I want to promote my YouTube channel because I want to do a lot of cool things on there. Twitch is obviously just a great way to stream and get to know the community really well, but I know a lot of other streamers do it this way too, and they've had a lot of success with both channels doing it that way to make sure that people go and visit and promote both their sites. So it's a coin flip. It could fail on me. People could not watch me anymore because I do that, but it's a choice that I'm making personally. But also, I just hope my website does really well. That's like my number one concern is website, then Twitch, then YouTube. But I cannot just pick one and let the others fail. I got to try and succeed at all three if I want to do this properly. Because, hey, man, everyone's dream is to turn their hobby into a jobby. This is my hobby, playing games, talking about games. I have an associate's degree from MATC in video game design and computer animation. I unfortunately don't have a job in that, but I love discussing games. I love discussing game designs, doing all this stuff with you. So I am more than happy to sit on my butt and talk about video games for you all lovely people out there to listen to my voice and enjoy my entertaining value. So, with that being said, thank you very much. Please go to the email down below, link your deck lists for me. I'm hoping to get quite a few today, if not by the end of the week, and I'll start popping them up. Also, follow me on Twitter. If you don't have to, but on Twitter, I will be giving out daily updates, how the website's coming along, when my 12-hour stream day is going to happen, when the website's going to go live, all that fun jazz. So please, just keep in touch. Keep in touch. Don't fall out of the loop. Stay with the family. We're all family members here. We're all Lightseekers fans here. Let's just have a good time. With that being said, the introduction is done. Now into the forests in bloom. Now with this deck, mind you, yes, I went very heavy on the forest type. Because he is superior in both. He is superior in forest and in fire. Now his ability removes Remove one of your mountain buffs to move 2 valid nature action buffs from your hand into play. When I first read this, I was like, oh man, mountain, that means you can put like earth or crystal in here and stuff. And you can even put beast if you want to put beast buffs in there. You can put another weapon with it. That could be really fun. I tried doing several things like that, and it was very clunky, didn't feel like it could do really well. So what I'm doing is I'm just using it so it's like, hey man, his ability is good if you can use it. Otherwise, it's not an ability to build a deck around, right? Like Sicario was. Sicario was an ability to build a deck around, but like if they remove your mountain buffs, you can't use this. It's a non-ability if they remove a mountain buff. And that's pretty much what they're going to spend their buff removal on, is removing the mountain buff so you don't get the better value out of it. So I'm just sitting here like going, okay, well, I'll just build a good forest deck. But what's good forest right now? Like good forest and soul, a lot of the really good aggressive nature decks have been beasts, like Insect Swarm, Mantic's Hatchlings. You got your Hunger Behemoths. You got your Corvid Conspiracy. You got like everything damaging-wise in beasts. So what does nature and soul have? Well, what they have is they have this little ditty. Tree Whispers. Your forest action buffs don't rotate. And I'm sitting here going, oh man. I remember reading this card going, hey, are they trying to build a very strong, heavy forest type deck? Like, if they are, this could be really fun. Where your forest buffs just kind of stick on the board and be really annoying. And it's Forest Soul. Crazy thing, that's exactly what Bloom and Scorch is. So I thought, hey, you know what? I'm going to give this archetype a shot. I'm going to give the heavy forest buff archetype a shot and see what I have going for it. Now, the reason I also wanted to do this is because this card, I am a huge fan of trying to make this card work. Fungo Farmer reads, draw cards equal to the number of different forest buffs you have in play. Now, it's draw for nature, which is very rare, first of all. But if you're already going heavy on the forest buff thing, if this guy draws you like 2 or 3 cards, that's already as good as an Ashwood Diva, plus you have buffs out on the board, plus your opponent is not also drawing with you. So I'm like, this has got to have some value, right? Like, there's got to be some merit to having this card in here. Bloomback Draga is a consistent forest buff that will restart your buff, one of your buffs. Your buffs are going to stick on board unless they remove them. This is going to be really annoying to deal with, like just incredibly annoying. I have Fungal Leecher in here, 4-corner buff, 2 damage, 2 healing for 4 damage, 4 healing. Awesome, awesome. We'll just restart that, keep that forest buff out there. Now, obviously, I don't have a lot of mountain buffs. Wow, I only have 2. I thought I had like 6. Maybe I don't. No, I just have 4. I have Magma Worm. Magma Worm is just like poke damage, make it their healing reduced, can stick on the board for a variety of turns, and then once I build up my hand, once it gets to the 4th corner, I can remove it to put 2 forest buffs into play, or 2 nature buffs into play. Swift Pyre I put in here because, hey, it's card draw. It's card draw. I need card draw. Every deck needs card draw. So I put those in here. Old Oak, restart 2 action buffs. That's just a really good card. Overlooked Defender. I put this one in here because A, there's a lot of forest buffs, which means this one does really well, and B, it doesn't rotate after 3 turns like Moss Rage. It'll stay on the board, which means that my forest buffs will stay on the board, which also then means that if I have the Tree Whisperers out and they deal damage to me, this thing ain't going anywhere. This thing ain't going anywhere. They can poke me damage all they want. It's not going nowhere. Reckless Spirit. Everyone knows where Reckless Spirit's in here. Root Singer. One of, because it's a retired card. Broken retired card, mind you. If I have more buffs, I get to move 2 cards back from a discard pile. Chances are I'm going to have a lot more buffs than my opponent if they're just going to stick on the board and restart and be annoying like that, right? Spineback Stockjaw. 2 damage, restart one of your action buffs. Just keep my buffs going. Just keep my board alive. Spirit of Balance. Now, this is the card that Thump Truck actually played against me, and I undervalued this card so much when I saw it. Because I'm like, wow, Spirit of Balance. Like, when I saw this card, I was like, this is very conditional, very, like, it's not that good. But if you think about it this way, in a deck that runs a lot of buffs, if your opponent removes your buffs with, like, a Crystal Leech, a Shadow Puppet, something like that, what you can then do is, because Forest has really weak buff removal, it removes 1 at a time, you can potentially look at this as another card for buff removal. 2 buff removal. That's really good. Or if you need burst damage, or if you need defend, like, it's just a conditional card toward, depending on the situation. If you need to apply damage, use it to apply damage after your opponent just did. If you need to heal and your opponent just healed, you get to heal with Spirit of Balance. It's just really good. And I think I very much undervalued this card when I first saw it. But now that I've been playing with it, I'm seeing it as like an amazingly overpowered card that could just be really, really well done. Like, I think it's just really good. Sumptuous Shaman, obviously healing, because we love that. Tree Sprout, healing in one card. Woods of Confusion, because, I mean, come on, man. Woods of Confusion. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now, Woods of Confusion, obviously, we're going to be able to, like, mostly buff and defend, so my opponent can't do that. So they'll still attack me, which is fine, though, because if they attack me, Spirit of Balance is a defend card, which means that I can then re-attack them with the attack card. That's awesome. That's awesome to me. That's really fun. And then the reason this whole deck gets 3 is because Wild Growth. Wild Growth is a card that I looked at and was like, this is only going to work in a deck like this. Attack ability, deal damage equal to the number of forest buffs you have in play. I tested this deck out. The second game I did, this guy was hitting for 8. And I was just like, that's nuts. That is so stupid that this thing could hit for 8. And I mean, if I'm hitting for 8, and then pass, and then 8, and then pass, and then 8, and then like restart it, so I get 4 more attacks with it, all this stuff, it's just, it's ridiculous. So ridiculous. We are heavy in the Forest and Soul because that's obviously where a lot of our combos come from. Our combos, we have Fungal Spores, 8 healing, 5 damage. Just, you know, good. Life Binding, 4 healing, 1 damage each turn. Awesome. Spirit Boon. So draw 3 cards in the center's play. Already awesome right there. But defendability, restart any number of buffs on any heroes. Why wouldn't I want to restart every single one of my forest buffs to keep them out in play? Like, ridiculous, right? Then Tree Whispers, obviously, your forest action buffs don't rotate. This also does not say action. This doesn't say action. You can use it to restart Tree Whispers. Busted. Just busted. Now, we have a lot of card drawn here. Our healing is very situational. We have Stumpdrift Shamans. We have the Tree Sprout. We have the Fungal Leecher. Like, we don't have a whole lot of healing. But if we can just consistently apply pressure, then I think we'll be fine. Fungal Spores is burst healing. Life Binding is burst healing. Then I think we'll be fine. I honestly think that we'll be fine. So, without further ado, let's play some Forest in Bloom. Let's play some Bloom and Scorch. Oh, getting myself up. All nice and good. Yeah. Going against Ving. Does he like a Viking? Is Ving the Viking? See, I think I just want to Magmorm and pass. If all else fails, at the end of a few turns, I can put like Fungal Leecher and Blue Mag Dragon into play. If he removes it, big deal. I'm not valuing my hero as how this deck works. I'm valuing it as, hey, it has some potential. Also, another thing too, if my opponent, when I lay Woods of Confusion, if my opponent has a buff out there and I can't buff, I can get around that by using my hero power to move buffs into play. So I can still outvalue them with buffs if I cannot technically buff, which I think is just awesome. So right now, Spirit of Balance, if I use it, I can copy Gravity Well. I don't think it's worth it in this deck. I honestly don't. Now, mind you, in this one, Pathfinder is still just a 1-for-1 buff removal. So what I'll want to do is I'll maybe want to use Spirit of Balance for something that, like, draws me a card. Because a lot of Astral cards draw you cards. Like this one to draw you a card. But I don't want to use it right now, is what I'm saying. I think I'll just pass. Right now is a little too early in the game for using it just for card draw. I could be using it for something else. We will see. We will see what happens. Astronomer. Wow, okay. Sure. So... what I can do here is I can actually Spirit of Balance to put a defend down. Look for a card. Ooh, all these are really good. Actually, I think I'll want this one. And then I can put Woods of Confusion down. So now he can't defend. He cannot defend, which means that 9 times out of 10, he cannot put a Lunar down when he wants to right now. Because all Lunar cards are defend cards. And if he can't defend, then he can't defend. Like, he probably wants to put a Lunar down. Also, Astral's just really heavy on the defend cards. So yeah, I was going to say, he probably can't do anything right now. So what I can do now, I can remove this to put Tree Sprout and Bloomback Draga into play. Make it so he can't buff. Which I think is fine. Put Tree Sprout and Bloomback Draga. Put those right into play. Bloomback Draga will allow me to keep this restarted, so he has very limited stuff to do. I don't think I want to overextend, however. He can defend now again, which means he can get a Lunar for Pathfinder. So I think right now that's fine. So I'll take 6. Better than taking 10. How much one is it? It's a Pathfinder. Dimensional Hunter. Really? Okay. Didn't see that coming. Alright. Not bad. Not bad, sir. So I still want to do this and restart this, so he can't buff. Next turn, if I really wanted to go ham, I could Old Oak these two. Which might be worth it. He'll draw 4 cards. So, well, it all depends. If he lays a defend, I can't Old Oak. Which is fine. Because then I can still Bloomback Draga this. Because this is one I will want to restart. That one's just eats such good value out of it. I have no attacks. You're very welcome for that. And Chim Chim Militant, okay. So now I can't attack, which is, or I can't lay attack cards, which is fine. Ooh, actually. Oh yeah, I can't lay attack, of course. But I can defend. Yeah, and I will. I'll plop those. Call this good. Part of me wants to say I just pass. I'm going to draw 1 next turn. What's the confusion? There it is. I mean, right now, we have a lot of forest buffs out. We're not drawing into our fungal farmers or our cancel the next defend. Okay. Cool. So I'm going to try and use that to cancel the Bloomback Draga. Heal for 2, sure. So yeah, I can do this. Get it canceled. And then Yeah, actually, I think I restart the Bloomback Draga. I think I just restart this, so we can restart the Tree Sprout next turn. He can't attack me right now. Next turn, I can Woods of Confusion as well. Just really be an annoying person. Like, this Woods of Confusion is just utterly annoying for him right now. He cannot attack me anymore. I can't buff. Okay. See, now next turn I can do whatever I want, because this will go away from me. So I'll heal for 1, draw a card. Not bad. So I'm going to go ahead and restart this puppy. Restarts my card draw. And then I think I'll Woods of Confusion to draw a card. So he can't buff right now. And I can't defend. Wow, I'm not drawing into any of my things. I've been drawing so much right now. Pathfinder, sure. Probably the Tree Sprout. I was going to say Tree Sprout and that. Okay. That's fine. Now, question here is... Actually, yeah, I think I do this. I think it's Spirit Turmoil. There's a card I'd like. There's my Wild Growth. Which, in all honesty, I think right now I just Magma Worm. I think I just Magma Worm and pass. He's used just 1 Pathfinder. All right. So I'll just hit him for a bunch. Just keep going ham. Yeah, I think I want to do this and pass. I want to try and get more forest buffs so that Wild Growth has something really fun to do. So on in about a turn or two, I can kill the Scorcher, put Wild Growth and Fungal Leecher into play, draw some cards here. This comes back to my hand, which is awesome. More power to me. But yeah, I think I just passed. Just pass and draw. I kept up a really good... There's a Fungal Farmer. So yeah, next turn I can ditch this, put 2 forest buffs into play. Or he could Pathfinder. Is he going to Pathfinder now? Yeah, he is. Okay. That's fine. So now I will Fungal Leecher into Bloomback Draga. And if he Pathfinders again, then I can start doing Wild Growth shenanigans. If that's what happens, that's what I can do. I mean, next turn I'm going to Wild Growth Fungal Farmer to draw 3. That's a pretty good turn. Pretty good turn for me. Sunstrike, sure. No, sure, yeah. Yeah. Put Wild Growth in. Fungal Farmer for 3. Yes, please. I can even put Spiritual Turmoil back out. Okay. Pathfinder again? No, okay. So I'm going to heal 2. Yeah, Spirit of Balance, I mean, they're not some good cards there. But I think drawing 3 cards and getting an Overlooked Defender out is really nice. So there's my 2 Fungal Farmers. Each one drew me 3 cards. That's just really good value. That's super good. And now I can defend, restart this puppy. And put in a Swift Pyre. Yeah. I think we're doing fine. Gravity Snail, I'll take 4, sure. Snowcast Elder. Sneaky Creeble. Not too shabby. So I'll draw a card there. Now I'm at 9. I think this is fine, actually. If I restart that. Now I can hit him for 4. 5. Oh, because it's +1. That's right. So I have four forest buffs in play, +1, 5 damage. 2 Pathfinders gone. Ooh, wow. Bad draw for him. Okay. Take some damage. Best part about that is a great card to draw, or for me, because there's no way... There's no way that this card's going to be a Lunar, or Gravity. Yes, please. Yeah, and then I'll attack you. I'm going to hit you for 2 next turn. I have Reckless Spirits, I have the Wild Growth. I have so much lethal in hand. 4 damage. Okay. I don't think he can deal 7. I have several ways that I can, though. Snunhugger, sure. Very well played, sir. Very well played. And just like that, I won a game. Spirit of Balance, man. Spirit of Balance. He's there to balance out the playing field. Aw, I declined. There we go. So yeah, the Forest deck does okay. It really, again... Like, I was going through here, I want to say... yeah, because what forest buffs got expired, or got rotated out? You can't have Fungal King, Pollen Weaver, Flower Garden, or multiple copies of Tree Sprout. Flower Garden is just a really good one. It's a really good one, and I think in this deck it could be fun. Fungal King, as opposed to Fungal Farmer, is just Fungal Farmer so much better. It actually makes me want to put 3 Fungal Farmers in this deck. just so I will always draw one. Actually, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go find a way to put one more Fungal Farmer in here. Because Fungal Farmer in this deck is just... It's amazing card draw. It's amazing value. I almost always want to have it. And an Abyss Weaver, sure. Put down a Swift Pyre and draw a card. I can Spiritual Turmoil next turn. If I really want to. I could also Spineback Stock draw the Swift Pyre so I draw another card. No, it may not be worth it. She has an ability, right? Yeah, rotate one action buff, one step forward. So she can always just heal for one. This is going to be a game, guys. I think I actually just put Magma Worm down and pass. I think I just put Magma Worm down and pass. Oh, Overlook Defender's going to be good. Hey guys, putting that out there again. This is my new Gmail account for my new website. I am building a website to share deck lists with anyone and everyone that is willing to share them with me. Please, if you have any classic format deck lists, send them that email with your gamer tag so I can give you credit for them. Brief description on what you made the deck for, what you're trying to go with the premise of it is, so when people read it, they're like, hey, you know, that sounds pretty fun. All it is just everyone here trying to give back to everyone else. So please, 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 I highly encourage you to send me anything and everything that you've gotten so far, that you've built, that you thought is fun. Share with me so I can share back with the community. I have a website going up shortly, within a week or two. When that happens, I will also... Wow, we both do take 6, don't we? That is impressive. When that goes up... Oh, a Toxic Frog. Alright, alright, alright. So... Do I Spirit Boon here? I think I do, actually. Spirit Boon this. This and this. Spirit of Balance can be used to deal 6 damage to him. Fungal Farmer, yes. But yes, please follow me on YouTube as well. My YouTube channel is going to be blowing up here as soon as my website comes out, because I'll have a lot more time to put towards the YouTube content as well. Thank you very much. I see a few people popped in. Hope you're enjoying the channel. Hope you're enjoying the stream. This is just some rough stuff. Alright, so I'm going to heal for 2. He's going to take 2. Part of me wants to deal 6 to him, and then put the Overlook down. That's all I really want to do. Next turn I can Fungal Farmer, draw 3. And depending on what happens here, I can restart these 2 buffs. Draga Hunter. Yeah, now I'll restart that for sure. Just have no way to deal at least 1 more damage, and I'm perfectly fine. Guys, amazing value here. Actually... chances of him having a Shadow Puppet say, what? Oh my god, guys. How is this happening? Is this real life? Is this happening right now? We've got the plays for days. No Shadow Puppet, no Shadow Puppet, no Shadow Puppet. Come on. Yes! Oh my word. This is insane. I want to say... we do this. Oh, how greedy can I afford to be? Can I wait one more turn? He hasn't laid a single Shadow Puppet yet. He's only drawn like 10 cards, though. I feel like I should be fine. I can wait one more turn and then I'll rotate or I'll restart them all. I'll try and get as much value out of it as possible. If he draws a Shadow Puppet, he draws a Shadow Puppet. There's nothing I can do about that. Not a single gosh darn thing I can do about that. Did he draw it? Did he pick it up? So far, so good. So far, we're in the clear. Oh my word, guys. Can you believe this? This is going in a highlight for sure. Draw a card. Oh! Yes, please. So I'm going to do this. Restart that one, and that one, and that one. And then I'm going to Woods of Confusion so he cannot buff. That is so nice. And a Forest buff just went into this. Oh my god! Guys, when the forests are rolling, what are you gonna do, right? Just what are you gonna do? That was so clutch. Oh, that Spirit Boon. That Spirit Boon, I tell ya. Alright, so we need to get... I'm thinking take out a Spirit of Balance. Put in a Fungal Farmer. Spirit of Balance, it is a good card, but it is very conditional. And I feel like Fungal Farmer, just to draw cards, keep our tempo up, is exactly where we want to be. Exactly where we want to be. And in this deck, Fungal Farmer is so clutch. So clutch! Oh, man. That was a great game. That game is definitely going to be highlighted, put on the homepage of my channel for the game of the week. I'm also going to try and put game of the weeks on the channel as well, or on the website. So if you guys have a really good game that you're streaming or something like that, feel free to clip it, send it to me in that Gmail. I will put it on. I'll be like, wow, that's a really good game. Check out what happened here. I think that's awesome. I think that'll be great. Ooh, we got ourselves a golden chest. 2 new avatars. All right. Oh, man. So, all right, let's take a look at this deck one more time. We took out the Spirit of Balance. Spirit of Balance, we're fine. Yeah, I mean, we really don't need that many fire buffs in here. We have Magma Worm in there for some nice little poke damage, for consistent no healing. Swift Pyre's in here just for the nice little card draw. There's not a whole lot of card draw in fire. I mean, what kind of buffs does fire even have? I mean, mind you, fire can run anything and everything it wants to. I could put an Ambush Worm out there if I really wanted to. I could run Magma Spitters. I could run Molten Terrors. Smoldering Bruiser might be an okay one, actually, in the future. It's a nice little tech to put in there. But, yeah, I think this is actually a really, really solid deck. Between the Stumpdrift Shaman, the Tree Sprout, the Fungal Leecher, all of my abilities to restart everything and anything in here is just so powerful. I mean, I might even just want to cut the other Spirit of Balance and run like another Spineback Stockjaw. It's a good card. It's a good card, but I think outside of the app, it's a lot better in a sideboard than the main deck. But I will say that I completely underrated this card when I reviewed it in my review streams. That I do think, just in a deck for digital, where all you want is just insane value, putting another Spineback Stockjaw in here is perfectly fine. It is perfectly fine. So that I can consistently keep my forest buffs restarted. I mean, the only other thing I could put in here is I could put in one Spectral Web and be that guy. But I feel like this deck does completely fine without being broken is beyond all broken. I mean, if I draw Spectral Web, I draw Spectral Web, and then I just keep that thing alive forever, right? Like, there's no reason not to. But that was so good. I'm sorry, I'm just, like, I like building decks that are, like, get a theme for them, right? To see if they work functionally before I, like, super heavy net deck them by putting in, the, Spectral Webs, by putting in Root Singers, by putting in all the stuff that's getting retired that was, like, broken in the first Awakening set. I like to try and just build the set mostly with just Awakening and Kindred cards, just to see if the base of it works. The base of it can hold together, find the cards that work properly. I think it's a really good deck building strategy to do that, is to just don't put any Awakening cards in outside of just, like, the 5 attack cards and something like that if you're going aggro. Try and build out of Kindred and Mythical. Build a deck out of that. Then, if you need to put in some of the classic Awakening cards, like Flame Bat, like, you know, Crystal Bat, and anything just for, like, damage, just for basic stuff, but nothing that's getting retired. Don't put any retired cards in whatsoever. Don't put them in. If that deck itself works, has a good core foundation, then after you play that deck for a few times, that's when you can, like, okay, like, these 3 cards, they didn't work, or these cards, every time I drew them, they were kind of dead, I don't need them in here. Take those cards out, then look at the retired cards, and see, okay, which one of these can I put in ones of to then make this deck more, like, a lot better. Wow, I have 2 combos in the opening hand. Are you serious? Wow. What a shot. What a shot in the dark. I can't believe that. I thought it was just going to be like a 10 damage, but no, I have 2 combos in hand that he just rolled over me with. James Rief, I know, dude, I know. Well, I can bloom back Draga. I did draw a Reckless Spirit. Oh, that's a nice one, a Reckless Spirit. Maybe in a little bit I'll kill that. Right now I don't feel like I need to. That one I feel like I need to. That one I feel like is just going to be a pain in the arse if I don't. Yeah, kind of makes me want to just Reckless Spirit this now. Really pull back tempo. Draw another card. Hopefully it's a forest buff. No. Because this is different forest buffs. It can't be the same, so I didn't want to play the other Overlook Defender and only draw 1. I can value it as drawing 2 cards. I can see that. I would just really like to get 3. I mean, now that there are 3 of them in here, I can value it as getting good value off of just drawing 2. I shouldn't be trying to get the best value out of all these. Having 3 of them in the deck means that I can draw 2 and have it be perfectly fine. And put it under there. I can Spiritual Turmoil. Part of me says I just don't do anything and I pass. He's drawing 2 more cards. Chances of him getting a Shadow Puppet are pretty high. I have a Reckless Spirit and a Wild Growth too. So next turn if he doesn't remove anything, I can Wild Growth, draw 3 cards. Cursed Grave. Very interesting. And a Swamp Peddler, sure. Swamp Peddler is actually a card that I have not seen a whole lot of, but I've always just been very intrigued by it. Ooh, okay. I feel like I'm going to put this down. And then probably... Ooh. Yeah, I'll restart this, actually. I'll restart this. I mean, he could Shadow Puppet and remove both my walls. If he does, he does. There's nothing I can do about it. Bone Reaper. Okay. Now, this is really weird. Instead, like, does he discard his own cards? Like, what is this for? I feel like I may move one card. Okay, so he gets to move his Horrific Manifestation. Like, what does he use Cursed Grave for? I'm very curious now. I definitely want to do this. And Fungal Farmer. Draw 3. So clutch. I mean, heck, now I can even, depending on what he does. Sure. I can Stump Drift Shaman and attack him for 6. Because this thing has no cap. Or do I Reckless Spirit this to make sure these don't rotate away? That might actually be the better play. Yeah, I think I Reckless Spirit. I don't want 2 of my forest buffs going away right when I'm about to start hitting him pretty hard. I mean, if he Shadow Puppets now, he Shadow Puppets. That's always the thing that I'm going to keep saying. Is if he Shadow Puppets, he Shadow Puppets. We're a very buff-heavy deck. What's his ability? Does he have an ability? No, he's just superior in death. Okay. And a Soul Trader. Interesting. I think hitting him in the face really hard is fine. And then Magma Worm? Get some more poke damage in there? I've got a board for days now. Really? Okay. So I'll heal for 4. Now, I kind of want to just Oaken Defender and hit him for 7. I don't feel like I need a whole lot of healing right now. Like, I don't need to restart this. He's going to take 2. He'll heal for 3. Oh, it didn't rotate this one because this has 4 under it now. I really wish there was, they should put like a number here. Because I can't click the card and see what's going on. Like, it doesn't even show if I hold it down, it doesn't show how many cards are under it. I wish there was a way it like showed a number next to it, just a small little number on this card value here. To show me what all was happening. Know what I mean? I think you know what I mean. I mean, this is just going to hurt him quite a bit. 6 damage, and then I just think I draw. Well, no. Why would I do that when I could do this? Why would I do that when I could do this? He'll take 4. So he's at 8. He has yet to draw a single Shadow Puppet. Really? Oh, how interesting. How incredibly interesting. Do I want to restart the Magma Worm? I think I do. I think I do. I think I want to apply the Magma Worm pressure. Mostly because its ability to make it so that he can't efficiently heal is what I'm really going for. Oh, I could lay Spirit Boon. Draw 3 cards. Toss out 2 combos that I really don't even want to lay. Yeah. I mean, the way I value Spirit Boon also in this deck is draw 3 cards. If you get lucky, you get lucky. So he's just going to draw a bunch of cards next turn. Ooh. I like that. Reckless Spirit. Sure. So let's see. He draws 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. Not bad. Not bad at all. So, Devourer. Wow. Okay. All right. Umbron Terror Guard is sick. No, yeah, he's very good, especially in these types of decks. Umbron Terror Guard is really weak against Astral and Mountain because they're very burst heavy damage. Oh, and he does have the Shadow Puppet. Interesting. Okay. Well, there goes my... Yeah. Sure. So what cards can I can get back? Reckless Spirits. Reckless Spirits for days I can get back. Which in all honesty I don't think I care that much about. Do I even really Reckless Spirit this thing? I think I do, just so that it doesn't get rotated away. Rotate a potato. Yeah. I'll Reckless Spirit this thing. Then next turn I can Spirit a Boon. Restart this, this, and this. Just really build my wall back up. Now, he's only used one Shadow Puppet. Shroud of Night. Okay. Now, I can't attack, but I can still defend. Ooh, that's nice. So... I think I'll do that. Put that into there. This is from damage from Shadow and Healing cards. Okay. So now if I put the Woods of Confusion up, he can't attack me either. Mind you, I can't attack or buff. Kinda stinks. But if he can't attack me, mind you, he has a buff-heavy deck. So that's, you know, eh. But I can still defend with Root Singer. Question is, do I want to? I can bring back 2 Reckless Spirits, which is probably better for me right now. I might just do that. Just bring back 2 Reckless Spirits while I can. Put a defend down there so he can attack me. Maybe I'll do it next turn. I think I do it next turn. I really just don't want him to attack me and get rid, like, Shadow Puppet really good value out of this. I don't want him getting rid of my card draw. Yeah, just kind of at a stalemate right now. I mean, heck, actually, I could probably just keep holding on to this. Because I'm still going to have 3 buffs to his 1. I think I will. Ooh, Tree Whispers. Alright. Crippling Toxin. See, now... Now's when I Root Singer. Bring back 2 Reckless Spirits. And I think I just play my Wild Growth because I can't... No, actually... Do I Swift Pirate? Yeah, I'll Swift Pirate. So next turn, I can move 2 Forest Buffs into play. I don't use my ability a whole lot in this deck, so it's really, really difficult to see that. But yeah, I can move 2 forest buffs into play. Shadow form, okay. From attacks. Okay. Is there a way to specify with Overlook Defender gets your cards, or is it always... It's always the first. Buffs always happen in order of they're laid, so it'll go down the line. I'm getting rid of that one. And then, yeah, I'll use my ability to remove this. And actually probably put in the Fungal Leecher and the Wild Growth. Now, if he's got another Shadow Puppet, he's got another Shadow Puppet. What am I going to say to that? I mean, if he Shadow Puppets, really, my damaging sources come from my Wild Growths. So... question here is... I mean, if I Tree Whispers, I want to do it next turn when this stays on a corner that does something. I think I just maybe Magma Worm him. Do I ever Stump Drift? Oh, no, wait. Yeah, I want to restart this puppy. This puppy has major potential for damage absorption. I mean, you can heal all day. You got a Spirit Gate in there too. I know you do. You've already used one. Used a Devourer as well. Oh no, he didn't. Maybe it was like... Oh no, he used Blood Pact Redeemer last turn. That's what it was. So now... Part of me's thinking now I can Tree Whispers. Toss that and that. Keep the Wild Growth. I just like it. I think it's a better card. Spineback Stockjaw. Alright. I like it. Bone Reaper, sure. So damage received from attacks are reduced by 2. I mean, I still think it's completely fine to attack with this thing. Completely fine. Did this thing... No, it did rotate. Okay. Yeah. It's a free attack. 5 damage. Sure. Then I'll draw. Oh my gourd, guys! Let's just count this. We have, what, 1, 2, 3... I guess we're only drawing 4. Because, yeah, these are all duplicates, so it doesn't count towards Fungal Farmer. But we're drawing 4 cards next turn with this thing. Is this my 3rd Fungal Farmer, too? I want to say... Oh, no, that was last game I used it. This is my 1st Fungal Farmer. How tasty. Drawing 4 cards like that. Mmm. And then just hitting for 7. Oh, so good. So he's going to heal up. I prevented 11 damage. 11! My gourd. That's game, guys. I think just to really seal this, I'm going to lay this down, draw a card, and hit him for 8. Just to really seal this. Minus 11 is no big deal. I ended that game at 35. I ended that game at 35. This is so much better than I thought. Fungal Farmers for amazing card draw. Like, that's such good card draw in this deck. The Mountain buffs you really don't even need. Like, Mountain is simply there to be able to be used every once in a while, but it should not be your go-to. Like, that's what I'm seeing from this, is your forest buffs and all this stuff, that's what you live on. You live off your forest buffs. I can see this doing terrible against tech with its major massive buff removal and heavy damage, so I think this always loses to tech.